and welcome to all of you here today to this very important press conference concerning what can potentially be a major emergency worldwide, the spread of the coronavirus, the novel coronavirus. You would have heard from the medical chief of staff of the General Hospital here in St. Kitts, as well as the chief medical officer, who have outlined very clearly the nature of this coronavirus, as well as what has already been put in place to combat any incidents of this in our country. I want to assure you and every citizen, every resident of St. Kitts and Nevis, that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis takes this extremely seriously. The health of all of our citizens, all of those resident here in our country, is our primary focus, our primary concern. And the government will do whatever it has to do to ensure that our citizens are secure. You would have heard that since the 24th of last month, the National Disaster Mitigation Council, a subset of that, marshaled by our National Disaster Coordinator, the NDC at NEMA, as well as the Health Ministry, all the senior management team of the Health Ministry have been meeting regularly to discuss these matters and have been updating the government and those required to know what has been happening. There have been several meetings, and late last week, Thursday again on Friday, there were expanded meetings in relation to the National Disaster Mitigation Council, of which I'm the chairman. These meetings had in attendance all of the principal agencies of government that will be called upon if, by chance, we had to be impacted by this virus that is seemingly spread to some countries around the world, but is yet to have been announced in our Caribbean region. But if it is to do so, we want to be ready. And we have put in place a number of measures to ensure that that preparation is proper and appropriate. You would have heard from Dr. Laws, and you'll hear further, I'm sure, from the Chief Immigration Officer, what is happening at our ports, where there is currently screening going on for all who travel to our shores. There are sensitization measures and training being done among the appropriate medical personnel in case, just in case, we were to be impacted here. Every measure that is required, the government will ensure that this is done to protect our people. At the same time, I want to urge our citizens that the situation is under control and there is no need to panic. We understand that some in social media may be spreading misinformation, and we have to be guarded against that because our lives must go on and continue. We have to ensure that we do not, in some misguided way, disrupt our everyday lives, other than to take the necessary precautions to ensure healthy living. We must ensure that we still operate as we do to welcome those visitors who come to our shores, who have been screened and who we know come to share with us the beauty of our land. And so we must be prepared, but at the same time, we must understand that our lives must go on. We live full lives here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and this must not be disrupted. I just want to assure you once more that this government will put the resources necessary, will ensure that all precautions are taken, and as you have heard, our medical professionals have shown us and told us exactly what they are doing, what they are preparing for, and we can be assured that we are in good hands with their professional advice and the work that they have done. Thank you very much.